iPhone 7 Plus, the last time Apple cared about a big-sized Plus phone. I meant what I said in the intro. Apple hasn't cared about the plus-sized iPhone since the iPhone 7. They slightly tweaked that with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but let's think about this here. The 7 Plus got this huge upgrade, better cameras, better display, bigger price tag. The next year with the iPhone 8 Plus, they kind of cared, but the iPhone 10 was a big star, so they obviously didn't care as much. So it took them 2 years until the Plus phone was actually the big main star of the show. And when they did, it didn't have a home button, which was whatever. They weren't going to make a home button plus size phone ever again anyway. But they had the same specs and everything as the regular iPhone 10. Same with the next year. The Plus phone had pretty much the same stuff as the regular. Just bigger screen, bigger battery life. Well, yeah. And then with the iPhone 12, the camera was a slight bit better. But then the next year, they just fixed that anyway. So, what's up with this, Apple? And why did it end with the iPhone 7? The issue was with the camera. The regular iPhone 7 got some features to its camera, but it was nothing that Apple hadn't introduced before. The iPhone 7 Plus got the big features, and so people, even if they didn't like a Plus phone, got the Plus phone because they wanted the bigger and better camera. Issue was with the headphone jack. Apple removed the headphone jack. This is my XS Max, but it doesn't have a headphone jack. Not that, you could see that anyway. But by 2016, that might have been early. Except for even some companies knew that Apple was doing it, and so they removed it before them so they could say they were first. But then they realized that was kind of a bad idea. But you don't hear that much. They think Apple did it because they're just this big company. And then Samsung and Google will mock them, and then soon they'll remove it, knowing, oh, they were kind of right, but they can get the blame for it. Which... I know there's sometimes actually in 2022 where my AirPods just don't work and I want to charge my phone and listen to music at the same time. But I've never had a problem with wireless headphones through the lightning port. I just can't charge it at the same time, and I'm not going to buy an adapter when my AirPods will work in the future. In my tests, the 7 Plus has great battery life. Mine's at 74% capacity, but it still sometimes outperforms my iPhone 8, which has like a 90% capacity. Cameras are great too. Just look at this portrait shot. I actually had to do what our forefathers had to do with the iPhone 2G if they wanted to take a selfie and turn it around. Well, obviously there's no front-facing portrait, so I had to turn my phone and hope I was clicking the right button. Naturally, when I was first starting to film this video, I thought, ooh, a great picture would be of those high $7 gas prices in California. Well, I was lied to. The iPhone 6s, they introduced 4K with 30 frames per second. You'd think there would be an update to this with the iPhone 7. Nope, they waited until the iPhone 8 to get 4K 60 and 4K 24 if you want to make movies. But yeah, it sucks. You can only go to 4K 30 frames per second. Actually, I'm totally fine with that. I don't even use 4K. I'm not even filming in 4K. You thought. This is like 720p, so I can upload this to YouTube. iPhone 7 and 8 Plus probably have the best LCD displays on an iPhone. Obviously, the iPhone 11 is going to be the best phone with an LCD display, but these are actually 1080p, unlike the iPhone 11 and 10R. So, it has no wireless charging, which means no glass back, which means you don't actually need a phone case. Please don't actually go running around without a phone case, because then you're going to sue me. But, yeah, it doesn't have wireless charging. What it does have? Water resistance! Because guess what? They got rid of your favorite headphone jack. Yeah, and what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because you can't make Apple put a headphone jack. Even if they bring back SD card slots and HDMI ports to their MacBooks, they won't give you back the headphone jack. Because guess what else helped them with the headphone jack? They improved the battery life by 1 hour, apparently. I don't really know if that's true, but that's what they said. You've said all these bad things about this phone. Just tell me something good. The front camera has been up to 2 more megapixels, so now 7, which Apple will keep for a couple years, and then you'll realize you hate it just as much as you wanted it, and then you'll get a 12 megapixel and you get to do slow feeds. No, that's literally not a slow feed. Please don't ever talk about that ever again. I just thought I would add this picture here because you're going to hear me ranting again in about 10 seconds, so I really just thought a photo would be nice to add here. I think I've told you everything about this phone. Now, do I think you should buy it? I would wait until June 6th. And then, let's see, if the iPhone 7 gets iOS 16, buy it that very day if you must. But wait until June 6th. Do not buy the 6S. Do not buy the iPhone 8 above it. The iPhone 8 brings slight little advantages, like the 60 frames per second 4K wireless charging and True Tone. That I don't even consider that a feature because I have that turned off personally. So, and if the iPhone 7 is just too pricey, go for the iPhone SE 2 because in a few months, I've already seen it drop down. I've seen the SE 2 and the iPhone 11 be this priced the exact same, which is funny because the iPhone 11 is better. So, would I recommend this phone? June 16th, if it gets iOS 16, yes, I'll recommend it for 1 year. And then, if you decide you don't want, if you decide you need to buy a phone now, buy the iPhone SE 2 because it will last you so much longer than this phone, especially if you need it now. You obviously won't. You obviously don't want to buy it brand new, and so you're gonna buy a phone just to keep it for a few years. So you're obviously iPhone SE 2. So yeah, home button phones I recommend, SE 2 and the iPhone 7. I don't recommend any other home button phones right now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.